So, welcome to the last round. I was playing now against a guy with around 2100 with the black pieces, and let's see how it went. Opening was nothing too special, nothing too great from my side, nothing too great from his side, and we reached some middle game like this. Again, I'm solid, but it's nothing too great, and still I wanted to win this game. It's a bit similar to my first round, but of course a much better version for white than in the first round. Still, position is around equal, and rook e1, trying to play e4, I guess, but I took the chance to prevent e4 and create some small imbalance here, giving my bishop, but increasing my control over the e4 square. White is a bit better here, but I thought I'm solid and I have some imbalance, so maybe I can outplay this bishop on b2 in the long run. Of course, objectively it's nothing. So he played like this and tried to get either e4 going or just control the e4 square that I cannot jump there later. And I played a5, he closed it, and I took on e5 and played knight d7. At this point I was not unhappy because I thought, okay, I'm solid, what can he do? This e4 break I have under control, I can either take or just keep it as it is, and maybe I can do something on the queen side already because he might be a bit weaker there. And I actually played the strongest move b6 with the idea if he takes, that was the main thing I was calculating. I go something like c5, I get some pawns rolling, I will collect the b6, maybe at some point I can also throw a4 at him and have some good central pawns here. However, he surprised me and played queen e3. I really did not consider this so much. It's not a big deal, but yeah, I just didn't expect it, so I just took, and he took. And here I'm absolutely fine. I mean, look at this bishop. I can put some pressure on the b3 pawn. I might also play with my d pawn, so computer suggests something like rook d8. However, I misplayed it a bit. Queen b7, rook c1, rook to c8, and queen to c3. And at this point, I should have played rook a6, first guarding my pawn, and then try to improve further. Maybe some rook b6. If I give up the a5, I take here. However, I kind of blundered. I thought, okay, I'm creating some space for my king, and whenever he takes c6, I should get b3, but I just overlooked that I, in this position, cannot take b3. And still black is fine, which tells a lot. Even if I blundered this pawn, I'm still okay. I can play queen a7, but I just decided to take and play rook b8. Now I thought his strongest option was to play rook c5. I take his pawn, he takes my pawn. I'm a pawn down, but it's not so easy to convert. His king and bishop are not joining. I have some ideas of attacking e2, or just getting my bishop around. Maybe bishop goes to c4, where it's fighting against the passer and against the e2, and I have counterplay. However, he played in a different way, which I thought was even a better version for me. He played rook to c3, I played d4. He wanted to provoke this pawn forward, but I thought it's even useful for me, as now in this situation I can push d3. And this is basically immediate draw, because now I'm 2 pawns down, but I opened his king and he cannot escape from the perpetual, because he needs to guard the bishop. No way out. However, after king g1, I felt like, okay, this is the last round. I will play this on, and I didn't see too much danger after bishop d3, so I played this, which is of course objectively a bit dubious, because actually black should never win this with a pawn down, but in the game it paid off and I got my chance. So what did he do? Check and f4. I played g5. He attacked my bishop. I went to e2. He gave a check and king g7. And now something like this happened. I cannot really play for anything here, but he played f5, after which I got some hope that I could play for something. So what happened was that after trading on f5, I get my bishop to f3 at least, and I might win the h2 pawn, because after rook g2 he cannot go to the corner, and if he goes to f1 I will pick up this pawn. Now he tried to liquidate and force more or less a lot of pawn trades and kill the game. I could improve my position. I took this pawn, and after a few moves I tried to play for a checkmate. I tried to cross the 4th rank, which is not yet possible because he will always attack my pinned bishop. So he has many ways, I think here. He can just wait, for example. I can never really go to the 4th rank, but at some point he became impatient and played rook to b6, which is already a bit risky practically, because now I get my king forward. And after this, I played king to e3. And now after rook to d6, things are already looking quite complicated. And in fact, black is already winning here. I basically saw this as an endgame like bishop and rook versus rook. And I was familiar with some ideas, but I did not quite see it till the end. I tried some stuff like check, threatening mate. Now he needs to run to c1. Now I have a check. Now he goes there. Now I think I even played rook to c5 specifically, threatening bishop f3 check. King needs to go to e1, rook c1, and then if rook d1, I just can take it because the bishop is also there and it's mating. And basically, if he pins my bishop, he will drop his bishop. So this is very close, but he found rook king to e1, and now if I give the check, he can interpose with his rook. However, there is a winning move here, bishop to d5, and this would end the game. There's nothing to do against the mate. If king to d1, then bishop f3 check again, and black is winning. But I somehow didn't find this. Instead, I tried to checkmate him from the other side. After king e1, I tried something like bishop f3, but it was answered by a check, and I needed to go back. He also went back. I didn't play this. I played something along the lines of check, rook in between, rook c2, and he went back with his rook. I tried to checkmate from the other side, and this was another crucial moment. If rook to f6, I would win the game with rook to e2, and if king to d1, I win his bishop, and if king to f1, I also win his bishop with rook to d2, but at this point he was quite aware of the dangers and played bishop to b5, after which I couldn't win because he will just block the check with the bishop. And yeah, I cannot make use of the pin here, as yeah, he will just defend it. And I have no forces left to increase the pressure. And of course, I'm not winning after the trades because he has the extra pawn, not me. But the fun thing here is that I really could have won the game, even though being a pawn down in the endgame because of those mating threats. I found that quite amazing. During the game, I was thinking probably it was never winning, but when I checked afterwards, I saw that I just had missed this last detail with bishop to d5. So that's it about the tournament. I finished around 20th place, starting on rank 6, which did not fulfill my expectations, but that's how it goes. I tried to come back stronger. Hope you enjoyed the games at the very least, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Let me know. Do you want to see more on the board recaps, more rapid recaps? Any wishes? Let me know, and yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Bye.